All right, welcome to the second office vlog. Today's objectives are a bit of a mixed bag. The first thing I want to do when I get there is take a look at the Ethernet cables. Now, very briefly, you may have seen in the first video that there was a blue Ethernet cable in the extra room that is going to be a storage room. Well, there are a bunch of Ethernet jacks all over the whole office, and before they put up that wall, I know where the patch panel they're all connected to is, and I'm going to see if I can cut them out of that or disconnect them from that. And I want to try and get them to be usable for my purposes without having to rerun cables. So I'm going to see if I can disconnect those and then put them on the drop ceiling tiles over my area so that I can use them later. But I need to do that before the wall goes up, because I won't have access to the space where the patch panel is once the wall is up. So that's going to be my first thing to do today. But additionally, I want to get a modern computer set up there so that I can actually film the hard copy supporter printout, because I didn't realize I had no ability to do that when I was editing the last office vlog. So that is a big priority as well. So I'm going to my storage unit to pick up a computer, my HP Z820 that I was very kindly sent, and I'm going to use that as my office computer for now. And then I should be able to print out the hard copy stuff. Okay, so I'm just back at the office again here. I went ahead and grabbed everything out of my storage unit because it was really busy there, and I didn't want to be filming while there were people walking all around, so it just didn't work out to film there. But let me go over some of the objectives today. So this is one of the tables that I have. This here is another, that's the wobbly table. The legs are currently in my van. And then that there is a folding table. And those are the three tables that I have here right now, and I need to figure out how I want to arrange them, because I want an A-roll set, I want a computer table for vintage computers, and I want a modern computer table, and those are what I have available right now. I do have some other tables, but they're deeper in storage, and it's going to take me a while to get to them. So I need to do that. I'm thinking I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to put a tablecloth over it right here for now. Because that's just a grungy folding table, and that'll look fine with a tablecloth on it, and it's long and folds, so that'll work out well. Then I will use that as a vintage computer table, just because I probably won't need as much space for that. And then I'm going to use the wobbly table as my modern computer table. That way I have enough space, because I'm going to have to move like the water crock onto it, so it's going to take a little bit of space up. So that is my current plan. Right now I'm going to go ahead and start unloading everything from the van. I forgot to grab something to block out that window. I'm going to make a note of that before I go down there, but I'm going to set up my camera again. I'm going to load into this space again, and then we'll start working from there. But number one objective is going to be, let's see, right here, down there, that is a network panel. There it is. And those cables go up into the drop ceiling, and I need to investigate pulling the other ends over into my space, because I know where they are. They're in the middle, and I can do that right now while I still have access to that. So I'm going to do that before I do anything else, just because I don't want to forget. So, but actually the first thing is loading everything into here, just so it's not in my van out in the middle of the street unprotected. So let me get the camera set up and then start on that. Okay, so here we are again. I brought a bunch of stuff, like a lamp I'm going to put over by the game shelf stuff. Unfortunately, my Ethernet toolbox didn't survive the trip up the stairs, but I have an Ethernet cable tester here, and I'm going to use that to confirm which network outlets go to which cables in the patch panel, and we'll look at that in a moment. I also have the PlayStation 3D display down here, and that will be used with my Z820 there. I know I said it doesn't make for a good computer monitor, but I've been using it with Citra for 3DS emulation, and It's pretty sweet. So I'm almost inclined to make a video about that because it works so well. So yeah, it does have some uses as a PC monitor. I was wrong. A bunch of other stuff, the legs for the tripod or the table, the cover for the lamp, extra shelves. So there's a whole bunch of goodies to go through here, and a couple of things I just grabbed just to get them out of my way at the storage unit because they're coming here eventually. But the network cables and this ladder are going to be the first thing we use here because I need to figure out where those cables are going. So I'm going to rest up a little bit here, and then we will get started on that. And we're going to have to look in the drop ceiling to really get an idea of what's going on. So there's a couple of other things I want to do with the ladder while I'm here as well. I need to change the air filters for the air conditioning that just kicked on, and you can probably hear the air conditioning extra loud because right here is an intake for the air conditioning right in front of the corner space I just built. And that one intake really sucks compared to all the other ones. And I think I'm gonna swap that one for the one that's in the storage room because that one is a different pattern of the holes stamped in the sheet metal. And I think the other kinds are better, and I don't care how noisy it is in the storage room. So I'm gonna swap those today while I have the ladder here. Okay, let's start off with a simple demonstration here. So this is a network cable tester. You plug it into a cable, and then it will start flashing lights. And then once you've connected the other end of the cable here, the lights will complete, and it will start going through both lights at the same time. I can set it to fast mode here. And that's how you can test that an Ethernet cable is good. Now, if I take this and I plug it into the wall jack here, and then I take this end and I plug it in here and then take it over to the other end of the patch cable, I should be able to confirm that D37 here matches the patch cable where I think it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here and blinking and go check the patch cable and see what I get. Okay, so here are the patch panels. Why is this so dark? I think I know which light switch controls that. Boop. That's in my office and controls the rest of this hallway, so it's gonna be a thing that has to be taken care of. Let's see if this works. That would be really, really nice. So, okay, patch panels. Okay, those aren't labeled. These are sort of labeled. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if this is the only one, but all right. So this starts at 49, and that's left to right. So these are groups of 6. So this is, oh, this is pre-labeled already. So if I have this right, bingo. Okay, so I can in fact get the network cables through here. Now these are all zip tied, so that's a slight issue. Let me grab the ladder and see what they look like up there. Okay, so getting up in here, I can already see that these are trunked, and I probably won't be able to unbundle those. That's unfortunate. That's gonna make this task almost impossible. Okay. So let me go look on my side now. Okay, so right there is a network panel, and right above that is a light, and then a super little thin piece, and then this has a panel from where this AC return was put, blocking, lifting it. But if I get up there, I can see there are the holes in the wall, and then the cable just kind of strewn about. I bet that one goes into the next room, and they just kind of go up and then all over, kind of just strewn about. And then there's this power line, which I'm really not thrilled about messing with. So fun. All right, so they're zip tied into trunks, and getting up and into the ceiling to like cut and splice them is not going to be super fun. So I may just write those off or wait until the construction is done and then splice the cables. I don't know. I don't really have good contact with the landlord yet because I've been talking to them through my broker. So I'm gonna have to wait until I can really talk with them to figure out what's gonna happen with that, I suppose, and figure out where to go from there. But for now, I guess I can change these absolutely revolting air filters because they haven't been changed since the last tenants were in here, I believe. So I can at least work on that and then maybe change out that return vent. Now, I've never worked with a drop ceiling before, so this is all kind of new and weird to me still, but I don't like things like this. This is the vent, it's just a panel. And I actually think it's gonna be easier, if I can here, to pull this out from the other side. No, I can't. Well, as you'll see, this is not gonna go back together easily. So this just opens up, and a couple of mouse turds came out. That's great. You don't really have mice in Arizona, so that's unusual. But then I'll put this in there, but it's open to the roof. Is that more? That must be internet in this network cable up there, but it's just right into the open drop ceiling, and then that's it. But then this pushes up, so it's actually kind of hard to latch in. I don't know if that's normal, but I don't like it. All right, I've kind of got stuff under this one, but it'll be fine. At least now I know the trick of how to turn these. Okay. No mouse poos on this one. That's no, I don't know. I don't think so. Better. And then the last one is in the storage room. Oh man, that's a lot of wiring. That's AC, I'm guessing. Huh. Not wiring, tubing. You can see it all up in there. Huh. All right. Okay, so the network stuff was a little bit of a bust. That's unfortunate. I will have to see how that goes in the future. But we can continue on with the other stuff like the table things. Since I guess I decided this is going to stay for vintage computers, I don't have to take off the PC games, so I will be okay with that. But that white folding table is going to go right here, and that means I'm going to have to take that water cooler off of it. So let me go ahead and move that right now. That's not going to be very fun. I can't find my blue tablecloth. Now, granted, I don't have everything here yet, of course, but I thought I'd brought it already. So that's going to take a little bit of work to find, but hopefully it'll turn up soon. For now, I think I have a black tablecloth that'll work. So let me get moving some stuff around. These are definitely not final locations and layouts for right now. I just need to get stuff to be usable. So we'll go with this thing here. This door actually hits this, so as long as it's past that, it won't be able to do anything. But let me move this. Oh, that's not fun. To there. Perfect. That's really nice. Actually, I kind of like that. And now I can move that table over there. Okay, that is a lot of table for that. Let me get the black curtain thing. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so that's not gonna look too bad. That gets this farther out. Now I do have here this office chair that has the back removed at the moment. And I brought a printer because I need to do a hard copy printout today. But this means that I have the chair without the back. So I can sit back here. Ooh, that is That's nice. I like that. Okay. Whoa, this is so fancy feeling. Wow. Okay. I can just like tuck this back down there. Now, today's video is gonna be on a Microline 92. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Alrighty, I like that. I want the blue tablecloth eventually, or at least for right now, because I'm not sure what the final configuration is. It won't be this folding table here most likely, although I do like the idea of it being a folding table, because then if I want a larger space here, I just fold it and get it out of the way. So I don't know, there's a benefit to that. But that'll work for right now. Now I need to get the other table going, which I guess it would actually make the most sense to do here. All right, this is the wobbly table I have been using, which also shows you just how big this folding table is here. And I just want to get it set back up. One thing that you guys never really saw was I had this cable management rack on it at one point, which is an IKEA part that I actually got at a thrift store completely separately. But this is why it is wobbly. It's just these legs that screw on. And this was so that I could pull this table forwards and backwards easily without having to like pick it up and have it be heavy. So yeah, this was not intended to be a really high quality table. Just ended up getting used as that. But for now, it's just going to be at my desk while I'm here. Now this is a little more difficult. I'm going to go need to get a tool, which I brought most of the ones you need here already. This is so much easier when this table is on another table. I did this from underneath last time. Wow, having space is nice. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Oh yeah, that's plenty fine. All right, so that'll work for that. I don't think I'm going to put the computer on top for right now, but I do need to attach the monitor stand, so I can pull this out and away, and the benefit of a light table, and then I can get that attached right there. Now, normally I would really like to take all the monitors off of the stand before I do this, but I lost the fastener, or the tools needed to do that. That's the only one I have, and that's the wrong size. So I'm going to put these on just while holding it up. So squeamish eyes should look away. Okay, that cable rack really makes this a challenge here. It is completely in the way. It's gonna have to go forward. That's on. Oh, okay. Actually, I may have to use, will this work? You know, I have a bunch of tools here. I didn't need to use this. Also, I think this is the right one, but that it went really easily, so I'm not that worried about it. But on the topic of the PS3 3D display here, I also mentioned it's not VESA mountable, and that is still true. But I did find a forum thread where someone found these weird VESA adapter panels and put them on their display and got it to mount, and I duplicated that somewhat. I made some changes to mount it a little more cleanly and then put masking tape under it. That's the blue stuff, so it can't scratch it. But it did work. So, you know, I guess it's possible, but I still wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so my Z820 right now has just one GTX 970s in it. It's not the highest power graphics card, obviously, but it is acceptable for what I use it for. So that's good. And I'm, again, not sure that I'm ever going to be editing here, although I do plan on building a computer for here capable of editing. So we'll see how it goes in the future. But for right now, That will be good enough for me. Okay, I have the Z820 in here now, and I grabbed a box that has some of the stuff that I was using with it. So for the monitors, both of these are connected with HDMI cables, but the GTX 970 I have in this only has one HDMI port, so I'm using a display or a DVI adapter because HDMI and DVI are basically the same thing. Now I'm going to need a power strip, but I gotta undo my fancy cable management here to get to that. Oh, that monitor's not even going to reach the ground. Well, that's a good reason to have that thing up there. I can plug these in and then just leave the power strip up there, I suppose. No, not quite. Well, that's hideous. That'll have to do for now. I will fix that somehow later. That's really it. Mouse, monitor, keyboard for now, because I don't have networking in here. So let me just pull this back, and then I can lift the table, put that back as well. That'll be good. I guess this can be turned on. You can see how well this works out. Now, while I've been here just getting stuff done, I've been using this laptop cart to tether my phone to my Mac, but I can tether the phone to my desktop here right now to get internet because, again, don't have that run yet. Let's power for this. There we go. Now it'll show up. That doesn't always detect the boot devices when it first starts up, but it did that time. Set it to tether. Network connection pops up. And Twitter. Bingo. All right. That's perfect for right now, just to get me started, because I actually get full bars, full possible signal here. So, yeah, that'll work very well until the construction's done. Okay, so back over to here. I'm gonna just move this table out of the way. Yeah, that spine, whatever on that is a little wonky. Because I have some stuff I need to do. So the short shelf there, I want to have this lamp reach over on that side. That's not as tall as I thought. But maybe it'll work. I don't know. We'll see. I want it to reach over, and I want to see if that looks good, because I don't know. This lampshade is really not held on here, so but it works once it's in place. And then I'm going to put the globe right there, because I think that's kind of perfect. But I'm going to have to move those PC games and programs out of the way here, so I think I'm going to do what I didn't really want to do and just lame stack those there, because I don't really have a choice at the moment because I am out of space. On that note, one of the things I did bring here were some extra shelves so I can replace the ones like that are bad. That one's kind of not great either, so I might go through that later, but for right now, I just need to clear this off. Actually, because that one's so gross and I still don't have access to the bathroom and water here, I might just put one of those other shelves on top just to give a clean surface, also a flat one. It is safe to put stuff up there. There we are. So I can do that, I guess. This I'm just going to drag over a little bit. Yeah, it figures. All right, now let's see how that lamp looks leaning over that. I think I am partial to that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, on camera, it's very clearly doing something, but it's not that bright, although I think it might need to be higher up, especially once I put the globe next to it. Yeah, I think that needs to be way higher up. It's a shame it's not like extendable or something. I'm just gonna have to put it on something. I don't really have anything like that right now. I got the milk crates. Well, okay, I guess I do. I have the boxes that my new aperture lights came in. I don't know if this will be stable enough, but I can at least test what it would look like. That's a little too tall. That's perfect. It's at the, ooh, it's around the same height as the bookshelf. I like that. I wish it wasn't tilting. I don't know what to be done about that. Okay, that's not bad. Let me put this hideous board on top. You know, realistically, it's probably only one thing that I should hang on the wall right there. And I wasn't really planning on doing that yet, but maybe I will. I don't know. I'll think about it. If I do, that might actually be its own whole video, but that's a different thing. For right now, what is next? Oh, you know what? The thing that was just making all sorts of racket here. That intake vent. So this is the piece that I might try swapping with the storage room if it's possible, but I really don't know what all is up here or how this comes out. Okay, so there, and then yeah, there's something attached to it because that light fixture's right next to it. This is making this more difficult. Two light fixtures. Okay, let me see if I can see on the side here. Oh, that's really complicated. I don't think I can do anything about that. That sucks. That thing is so loud. All right, so what it might be is that I go and I shut off the AC when I'm gonna record a serious piece of A-roll because, yeah, I don't think I can do anything about that. That is a little more integral than I anticipated. Oh, that sucks because it's so loud. So this piece, unlike the other ones which have holes cut into it, is actually just stamped metal. It's still a solid piece, and then there's just bits sticking out. So it's probably creating all sorts of little vortices that are whistling, making it really loud. That's annoying. Okay, I wanted to test the A-roll setup again here with the lamp and the globe, and well, I guess that's all that's changed. And I put this back here because I do actually need to talk about it this time. I thought I was going to do the hard copy printout, but I keep that on my server, and my server's not here because I need it with my editing computer, and that's back at home. And I just realized I can't do the hard copy printout here because I don't have my script to generate it, and it is really complicated to take in the YouTube member subscribers and the Patreon members now, and yeah, I need the script. I actually generated the file. It's sitting on my server just as a plain text document right now because I included it at the end of the last video. So my choices are to drive back home, get it, the plain text file, come back, then I can print it and record it for this video, or I can just wait until the next one. I do have the stuff here now. I can do it. I just feel a little bad not like having it done because, well, I mean, I don't know. And it's more so that it's the time, because I got other things like editing this video, and then there's other things that I'm still working on. So I don't really want to do that tomorrow. I will get it done. Well, tomorrow, whenever I come back here next. I'm not actually sure. I may not be able to get into this building tomorrow, so that's a thing. I don't have the keys for the front gate yet. I don't have the keys for my office because, well, it's a whole complicated thing, but I don't have keys for that or the bathroom, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna get them, but yeah. I do have one bonus objective that I want to get done before I wrap this up though. When I'm working, I really like to know what time it is just so I can keep track of how long I'm working on something so I know when to cut my losses and move on to the next thing. So I actually have this really huge clock that is from an old Super Bowl countdown timer display from a grocery store, and I really like to hang it on the wall where I'm working so I can see it. Now I wanted to hang it over here, but there's no outlet down there anywhere because this is kind of a janky wall, but there is one over there, and I can plug this cable in to this extension cable I ran and get it to reach to about over the door. So I'm going to hang this over the door, which is actually the same place I had it last time, so that'll work out. It's just kind of funny because this was designed to take like a whole bunch of D batteries and then just be put into a grocery store forever and then never be touched. It was not meant to have wall power, but it has an 8051 in it that controls shift registers. I think they are literally, what are they? They are, yeah, 595s. And it has an LM7805 to do the input power regulation. It is, oh no, it doesn't have a 7805. It has an option for 7805, but it has like a little tiny voltage regulator instead that I forget what the part number is on, but it takes, it's basically like a 7805. So it's 12 volts that I feed it, and then it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hang it over the door here, and then that will be a really big moment for me, just so I can have time be visible in here. I really like having a clock. I don't know, it's just one of those things for me. Now, a funny story about this clock and that 8051. When I first got it, I saw it and thought, that thing is awesome. I want to make a clock out of it, because it was a countdown timer, not a clock. So you plug it in, and then it doesn't work. What? Ooh, no, that's really bad, actually. Okay, I need to strip that wire back. Yeah, and put it back. Oh, it wasn't even crimped in all the way. Wow, so the wire was both bad. I just ripped off the exposed part there. I can do that with my multi-tool. Get that more safely done here. Oh man, I hope this isn't like a negative center power supply that I just plugged in, because it's actually a different one than I normally use. It's positive. This is the one that I have been using. It's just 5 amps. Such a waste. Oh man. Watch this one work. That'll be so annoying. Are you kidding me? The other one was an amp. How much power does this sucker need? Well, you know what? Screw it. I'll just leave it for now. Okay, so the funny story is that, you know, I wanted this to be a clock, and I knew it was an 8051. I don't know how to program 8051, despite it being one of the most ubiquitous microcontrollers on the planet. But I knew it wouldn't be that hard to learn how, so I thought it would be fun to actually learn how to do it myself and then make it a clock, since it's just a countdown timer. You can see it didn't come on as a clock there. So I got like an ST programmer type thing, and you know, tried to start looking up how to get a 8051 compiler going, and then I was going to program it with C, but I wanted to figure out first, like, how do I dump the existing code on there in case I ever want to return it to stock for whatever reason. So I was going through all this stuff, and it just ended up being one of those projects that I never really got around to. It just sat forever. And then one day I plugged it back in, and I pressed this OK button here, and I found out, oh, it's one button away from being a clock. Which is hilarious, actually. You know what? It's right. That time is accurate. This thing has been unplugged weeks, maybe? That's insane. It has a big cap in there for the time. I don't know how well it can be seen in the video here. Let me just zoom in on it. So you can see up there, all right? It's 24-hour clock, which I like. And it's individual 5mm LEDs, and they're really dim. And again, this is a 5 amp power supply that I have plugged into it, so it's not like it needs more power. Although I guess it needed more than 1 amp, or maybe that other power supply is bad, I don't know. But it's just kind of funny to me that, you know, I always wanted it to be a clock, and I had it for years, literally years, and I never did anything with it because I thought I was gonna have to learn, you know, like maybe even ASM for the 8051 just to make it a clock, and then I pushed one button. It was. So this clock also to me represents overthinking a problem, and I kind of like that. So yeah, that's just funny, but I really like that I'm gonna have that clock up there now. All right, I think I'm pretty much done here for the day. I didn't get the hard copy stuff done, which was one of my big goals, and I didn't get the network cables run, which was my biggest goal, but I feel like I still made some good progress. Having the computer set up is really nice because now I can manage social media stuff from here, not from my phone, which I really hate using my phone for that kind of thing. I've also been dealing with some weird tool stuff. I've been having to try and replace and fix some doorknobs around here for security reasons, and the bolts that are in them are both strong and weak, and they're twisting my bits, and it's really weird, but the bolts are also stripping, and it's just frustrating. So I'm trying to figure that out, but that's not going well either. So today all around hasn't felt that great, but really setting up the desk, getting this table in decorated, that I really like that. That added a whole other level of depth to this spot. I'm happy with that. I've made some good changes. I got more stuff in here. Tomorrow or Monday, whenever I can get back in here, I will be able to do the hard copy stuff. I just have to remember to bring the files, or better yet, I'll just go home and update my domain names that point to my server so I can actually access it from here. That would be the easy way of doing it. So that's it for now. There are a couple of other things that I'm gonna do, like I have to plug in these 3 power cables for charging the wireless mic pack that I'm using now, which I really like, and I'm trying to learn better how to use. Like, I have a beard at the moment, and it was scratching on the mic as I was leaning down, so I tried to put the mic slightly over to the side today, see how that worked. But I need to plug in these cables to go charge that. I'm not sure what the objectives next will be. I do need to get my security system set up before too long here, so maybe that'll be an upcoming vlog topic, but I think that is it for now. A little while ago, I just released the first vlog, and some of the comments and reactions are coming in, and you guys are continuing to be incredible and just offering me so much support. Thank you so much. You are making this dream possible. I wasn't expecting that video to have people join on with Patreon, but more of you did, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. That is one of the best ways to support me. An additional way are the t-shirts that I mentioned in the last video, and then I have some links to other ways that you can help me out with this in the description. But that is it for now. I guess I'm gonna roll the digital printout again. I'm not happy about that, but the next one will be printed from here. I tried to find my HP ThinkJet. I set that aside. It disappeared. I don't know, but I guess it'll be on the Microline 92 because I have everything for that to go. Anyway, that's it. I will see you next time.